over the last 36 hours or so, this is how the rest of the media is covering the possibility of an impeachment in the House. Take a listen.
President Biden has done nothing wrong. They have not laid a glove on President Biden, and they have no evidence of him committing any offense, much less an impeachable offense.
We've seen no evidence. They haven't been able to provide any evidence connecting Joe Biden to his son's businesses. And impeachment is supposed to be high crimes and misdemeanors by the President of the United States, not something that his son did.
This is an investigation that has been going on for a year now and has turned up zero evidence of wrongdoing by the president because there is none.
All right, so Senator, the media, again, so quick to absolve Joe Biden of any wrongdoing. Right. Let's say this does go from inquiry to articles of impeachment in the House. Are you hoping that passes and actually does get to the Senate where it would become, you'd have to try this in the Senate, and you've got to hope that the House puts together an airtight case for you?
Well, Rob, one thing that we've asked for during this impeachment inquiry that the House will send us a solid case. Listen, the inquiry doesn't mean that they're going to impeach the president. All that means is they have access to the records the White House and the Biden family hasn't been giving us. Remember, when this investigation first started, it was the Biden family did nothing wrong. Now they're starting to say that Joe Biden didn't do anything wrong. They're saying that Hunter Biden's business deals aren't attached to President Biden, when we know they are. There was over 50 shell companies, and there's numerous bank records that we've been able to get from Hunter Biden. But every time we've tried to get something from the White House on Joe Biden, the DOJ, which is ran by, obviously, Joe Biden, has said that without an impeachment inquiry, they're not obligated to give it to us. So once we start this process, the one thing that the Republican senators have told the House, which is what we've told the House, is give us an airtight case. Yeah. Because we don't want to play politics with impeaching a president like the Democrats did with Trump. So if they send us a case, make sure it's convictable. And the bar is real high. There's no question about it. It's got to be a misdemeanor, high crime, or treason. And the other bar, it has to be committed while he was in office, the current office he holds. So what he did as a vice president, what he did in between the two, may not be impeachable. Okay, so do you want this to make it to the Senate, or would you rather focus on other things? Because there is an argument out there, Senator, that this could end up helping Joe Biden. It's done that in the past. It's helped candidates who are running for re-election. It could do that for Biden. This could backfire on Republicans. It could, but if it's an impeachable offense, if the president of the United States used his office to benefit him, to gain favor with other countries while they're actually paying him, that's a huge issue. That could lead to treason.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Committed a misdemeanor or high crime or treason, then we absolutely should convict him, regardless of the politics behind it. It's the law.
You've talked to your colleagues on the left in the Senate. Is there any appetite for this with any Democrats that you know, even off the record? Otherwise, this is dead on arrival in the Senate in an election year.
What's interesting about the Senate versus the House is the senators have a lot bigger area, a lot bigger state to cover. So they cover blue parts of their other state plus red parts. And when you talk to some more moderate-leaning senators, they will tell you that if the House sends us over an airtight case that completely easily points to the president breaking the law in treason, misdemeanor, high crime, that they would try it just like they would any other case and go into it without a bipartisan look, but as a criminal look. Remember,
but Senator, just quickly, have you I get that. I understand that. But have any Democratic senators mentioned to you off the record again that they would look at this fairly and objectively?
Yes.
Which would, I'm talking about a yes vote on impeaching the president if it gets there.
Yeah, if they said if it was convictable offense, they would definitely be looking to convict. Okay. In a non, as I said, in a non-bipartisan look. I've had that conversation with 5. I will not name them because I don't want to put them in a position, but with 5 separate senators, all 5 of them have said the exact same thing. And these are senators that I have somewhat a relationship with, but we usually vote opposite on most things.
5 Democrats who are open to voting for impeachment.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that would be interesting. It wouldn't be enough to impeach the president, but it would be interesting